Hello dudes, Ryan Dude 5678 here, and welcome back to Pokémon Legends ZA. In the last episode, guys, we finally reached rank B, which is the penultimate rank, at least to my knowledge, of the whole game. And now at this point, our next goal is to go to Quasartico Inc. to meet Vinny, because he has something important to tell us, which is what we found out right at the end of the last episode. So it seems like this is going to be quite an interesting episode, and I'm excited to see where it goes, because now that we're rank B, guys, we are literally in the penultimate stage of the ZA Royale. Like, I'm pretty sure rank A is literally the last rank, so assuming that's the case, we are very close to completing at least the ZA Royale part of the story, but I'm assuming the end of the game is not too long after that, since, you know, what else could there really be to do beyond that point, other than, like, a final fight? So we'll have to see how it all goes, but for now, let's see what Vinny has to say. You're both here? Good. I'm sorry for the urgent summons. What's the matter? Did you need me and Ryan? Or what did you need me and Ryan for? Basically, same thing. I'm afraid I do not have any answers. I was merely tasked with reaching out to you. What? President Jet is waiting inside. She'll be the one to explain. So the president wants us. Interesting. Is that the woman that we saw a couple times? That Tawny was protecting not that long ago? Yeah, her. She is Jet, right? Ma'am, I've brought Team MZ's leader, Tawny, and her teammate, Ryan, as well. Interesting. What do you want? Thank you both for sparing me some of your time. Tawny, Ryan. The two of you helped me out of a difficult situation the other day, literally what I was talking about, along with that gentleman from the Rust Syndicate. I'm sorry I failed to properly express my appreciation sooner. I almost said gratitude, but it's basically the same thing. So, it wasn't true, right? What was that trainer saying? That's not what you said, but sure. You mean he's claimed that Pokemon flocking to Lumiose are part of some plot by our company? Of course that's incorrect. I don't like that nod. Why do I not trust you? I mean, obviously, you know, it feels like almost every company on the planet's evil to some extent, so I feel like these fictional companies aren't going to be much different. Like, I don't know, I don't trust you completely. Especially since you were one of the first people we saw in the whole journey. It would make sense if you end up coming full circle and being the villain. But we'll have to see how it goes. Truly, the extent of our involvement in this entire affair is the use of our holotech barriers. These barriers encircle the wild zones and keep wild Pokemon from damaging their surroundings. Specifically, though, they are intended to prevent wild Pokemon that have undergone rogue mega evolution from causing webs widespread damage. Don't know where the hell I got webs from. Makes sense. After the incident 5 years ago, Lumiose City was hemorrhaging people and property values were in freefall. This is why the urban redevelopment plan was established, but it was a risky venture. The mayor could not find businesses willing to take the project. I'm like out of breath. I've been reading all this in like one fell swoop, basically, guys. I'm sorry. And so it fell to my company, Quasartico Inc. Okay, flashbacks and everything. The initial plan was to create a city that belonged to both people and Pokemon, a place where wild Pokemon could live amongst humans. That's not what you said, but sure. There were concerns of some uneasy... Wait, what the hell am I saying? Guys, I'm sorry, it's like I'm reading faster out loud than I am reading with my eyes. I don't know how I confuse myself like that, but it's something that happens. There were concerns from some uneasy with the idea. That does not sound grammatically correct. Maybe I weren't wrong in stumbling on that. There were some concerns. Well, some's not even there. What am I saying, guys? There were concerns from some uneasy with the idea. Actually, no, that does kind of make sense. Okay, no, I'm just stupid. Even those with no ties to this city, still it was a noble undertaking worth pursuing. Oh, and there's the cutscene from the start of the game. But when we began investigating Prism Tower to plan for prepared... What am I saying, guys? I can't read, oh my god. Blah, blah, blah. We became aware of something we had not anticipated. The tower was emitting a peculiar energy. That is when we also began detecting the strange power, which we call Mega Power, in all corners of Lumiose City, so you were the ones that caused it, kind of. At the same time, wild Pokemon were flocking to the city in droves, as if drawn to this power, and now we have rogue Mega Evolution. If this dire phenomenon becomes commonplace, the people will abandon Lumiose once more. Interesting. Don't worry, Team MZ will help get all this under control. Thank you for that, young lady. I almost just said lad. I don't know if you heard that. Beg pardon, ma'am. It seems I'm being called for. If you'd excuse me for just a moment. Why do I feel like Vinny might be the final guy? I don't know. I'm just suspicious of all of them right now, if I'm being honest. So I'm just pinning the blame on anyone, but like, weird. It's thanks to Vinny that I came to know of AZ, which also led me to your group, Team MZ, and to asking so much of you children now, as if we wouldn't want to help save the people and Pokemon of Lumiose. We're so glad to help, right, Ryan? We'll protect everyone. Thank you both. I wish to make this a city where people and Pokemon truly can live together. Help me make that dream a reality. You certainly will, which means we'd better get to work right away. Thanks for having us. One last question before you go, Tawny. If you don't mind me asking, that jacket of yours, where did you obtain it? It was my mum's. I keep it to remember her by. Do you know her mum? I see. Forgive me. I just thought it looked familiar somehow. If you remember where you might have seen it, please let me know, ma'am. I came here to Lumiose searching for someone. Your memory could be the clue I need. Now, if you'll excuse us, please, one more moment of your time. I've just been briefed about the latest readings. We're detecting concentrations of mega power. I will email you the details as usual. Okay, so more Pokemon? We're gonna make Lumiose a city that people and Pokemon can share, like you were saying, ma'am. Come on, Ryan, we're heading back to the hotel. Time for another strategy meeting. Okay. So is it gonna be another free round of Pokemon? I wouldn't be too surprised, but at the same time, seems like that's where this is headed. Because usually we always talk about the Pokemon that are spawning around whenever we have these emergency meeting things. So, one can assume it will be the same thing here. What's up, lads? So, why'd Vinny call you over to Quasartico? I guess the president just wanted us to know that you've got our backs and appreciate our work. She said she's counting on our help to take care of the Rogue Mega Evolution problem. On that note, did you both hear from Vinny about Rogue Mega Evolution reports for us to look into? That we did. I don't know why I'm not doing his voice. I'm forgetting to do his voice like 90% of the time now, guys. I'm sorry. That we did, which I suppose means it's time for another strategy meeting. That it is. Let's do it. God, I'm not ready to say goodbye to these characters, man. I love this cast. I just love getting immersed into this world. I don't know why, I just love the Pokemon world so much. Oh, man. Here's the new info from Vinny. Our first concern is a Dragonite. Ooh, that's going to be fun, because I'm going to get the Dragonite stone from that, aren't we? That's going to be really interesting. A Tyranitar and a Starmie. Ooh, Starmie! If Tony's the one that deals with a Starmie, then would she not also potentially get a stone? Which would lead to her having to evolve her Staryu, and then boom, she can Mega Evolve, right? Because isn't her thing that she just hasn't Mega Evolved yet? Or Leader, sorry, not even Tawny, Leader. Because Leader's the one with Staryu, right? I don't know. I think that's where this is going, but I might be wrong. Which means there'll be extremely tough customers when Rogue Mega Evolution sets in. Do you feel up to this, Ryan? I've got this. Team MZ will always support you underground as always. That's not what you said, but literally sure. But even with our help, these will be serious opponents. We can't let our guard down. Sure, but think of how good we've got on that working together now. Yeah, we've come to so many rogue Pokemon. Team MZ is a well-oiled machine. True enough. Okay, so to recap, we've got 3 more Pokemon at risk of Rogue Mega Evolution. We'll stake out each of their locations, then support Ryan from there. Up first, the Dragonite in Vert Sector 3. That one goes to Tony. Perfect. Naveen, you go keep an eye on the Tyranitar. And you are the Starmie, exactly as I predicted. So let me guess, you are going to end this by getting the Mega Stone. Starmie-ite, or Knight, or whatever. I'm guessing. But I'm guaranteeing it, because isn't her whole thing that she hasn't evolved Staryu yet, and she's like wanting to do it, so maybe she ends up doing it. Maybe Staryu even evolves mid-fight in the Mega Evolution thing, and then you know, once we beat the Starmie, she gets one of the stones, and maybe that's how she starts Mega Evolving? I'm not too sure. We'll have to see how it goes, but it's very convenient that one of the Pokemon is a Starmie when one of our main cast members is all about the Staryu, right? Just makes sense. We always seem to leave the heaviest load on your shoulders, Ryan. I'm fine, really? Thanks, Ryan. I'm really glad to hear that. And you can count on us to heal up your Pokemon before we get into battle. Alright team, move out. Time to save more Pokemon from Rogue and Mega Evolution. Let's do it. Okay guys, here we are. This took way longer to find than I thought it was going to for some reason. I don't know why I struggled to get onto this damn roof, but here we are. Goddamn Dragonite. Half my Pokemon also died because I was goddamn, you know, doing some battles on the way here, so that sucks. Hopefully Tawny heals my Pokemon, otherwise that's going to be really bad, but either way. And we are on low battery, so I'm going to plug my controller in real quick. And we're back, guys. It's like nothing ever happened. Either way, that person you've been looking for. Yeah, I guess I feel like I need to protect the city since the person I'm searching for is here somewhere. Right now, that means taking care of Lumiose's Rogue and Mega Evolution problem. They did not handle my Pokemon, so that's unfortunate. I probably should have... Never mind, thank you, Tawny. Jesus Christ. That was really scary. I genuinely thought I just was not going to have like half a Pokemon for that fight, but no, it's fine. Either way, Dragonite should be flying and maybe fire? I don't know, it might be flying and normal? Is that even a thing? I don't fully remember. But I don't know. Either way, for Alligator is definitely not effective. Okay, so Dragon type is... Seems like Charizard is going to be our guy this time, once again. At the same time, it seems like whenever Dragon type is super effective, other random ones are as well. Like, I feel like Dragon has always been super effective alongside Ice. Or at least it feels like that's been a common occurrence. I don't know how true that actually is, or if I'm just imagining things. But it feels like whenever Dragon is super effective, Ice is as well, so maybe Absol might also be useful here. We'll have to wait and see. Either way, level 59. I mean, I know Charizard is only, you know, one level behind, but still, that is pretty damn high level. I'm going to heal up before we get this damage in. Thank you very much. Let's go Charizard. Don't know if I said let's go twice, but you know, Ryan starts on this words 101. Don't know why I just used Fire Blast there, that was stupid. But it's fine. Damage is damage. Stay on guard. Just giant whirlwind of fury. What is this? Okay, it does a lot of damage. That's what it does. Oh my god. That is a lot of damage. And lightning? Oh my god. Okay. I might have made a mistake challenging this guy. By that I mean I didn't really have a choice, but you know. Let me be dramatic. Either way. Take that. How good would air slash be? I mean, it's decent damage, I guess, all things considered. I was expecting it to do less, so I guess whenever I'm waiting for Dragon's Breath to, you know, recharge, just throw in a quick air slash. Might as well. Oops. Throw one more Dragon Breath in there before it's too late. And there we go. Mega Evolution cycle number 1 down. Probably 2 more to go if I'm being honest, because we're not doing that much damage. Anyway, I'm just putting back in your ball. I'm not risking that at all. That kind of rhymed. Ow! I think I avoided that actually, have no clue how. But I'm not complaining. Wait, back. Another Dragon's Breath, let's do it. Or Dragon Breath, it's not dragons, plural. But you know what I mean. Either way. Although, Tawny is using an electric type, right? Like, that is an electric type. So maybe that is effective here. I don't know. We'll have to experiment a little bit and find out. Either way, Charizard is doing more than enough right now, so don't really care. We've just got the halfway point. I'll take all that. Boom. That is some decent damage, but it's still going to take a while. It's only doing a little chunk at a time. Is this that goddamn whirlwind again? Yes it is. Back nibble. I'm not risking that. Charging power? What the hell do you mean charging power? Dragon Breath. I think we might have stopped it. I don't know how, but I think we somehow just did. Never mind. No, we did not. What is this? Okay. There's no way of dodging that. Yeah, you don't say, Tawny. Whoa! Oh my god. Was there really just no way of dodging that? Did I just have to tank that and hope I was on full HP in that moment? I think that was genuinely the gimmick there. That is scary stuff. Wait, we've got one final Mega Revolution attacking. I'll take it. But that is a lot of damage. Dragon Breath. Sorry guys, my commentary is absolutely basic right now, but like, I'm hyper focusing right now. These used to be absolute pushovers, and now I'm actually genuinely terrified of them. Every time we get a rogue fight. Ooh, that is a lot of shards. Give me that. Oh, that is immediately a goddamn Mega Evolution right there. I'll take it. This might honestly be the cycle we get the KO. Although, unfortunate. I knew that was going to happen. I was trying to retract, but it weren't enough. I'm going to use a max revive. I'm not risking anything. I think this is literally just that attack that I can't avoid, but I think I'm on max HP, so I should survive it. Oh god. Yeah. You do just need to be on straight up max HP to survive that. There's no other way about it. Unfortunately, we lost our Mega Revolution, so this is going to take a little bit longer than I would have hoped. It's fine. Just keep on doing what we're doing. Ow. Mega Revolution! This should be it. This should be the final cycle. Now take those orbs gladly. Oh! What did it just do? Either way, it's stunned. Go. It is so close to death. It is so close. This should be the final hit. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Level 59. Okay. That was tough. I mean, we still haven't died, like we did in the goddamn Frost last one, but that was still really tough. We'll give it credit where it's due. And yep, we got the Dragonite. Or the Dragon... The Dragon... Inite? The Dragon Inite. That is a weird name. I probably mispronounced it as well, but like... Okay. You're on a roll, Ryan. Sooner or later, we're going to figure out what's causing all these Pokemon to go rogue. Then Lumiose will be a place shared by people on Pokemon, just like the folks at Quasartico want. I'm sure that will be the case with no drawbacks at all. That is probably not the word I'm looking for, but still. I'm sure nothing will go wrong with that plan. Either way, 2 more Pokemon to go. I'm not going to waste you guys' time. I'll just see you right at the Pokemon. Here we are, guys. Battle number 2 with my boy Naveen. I'm guessing this would be a grass type. It might be grass and steel, because it says armor Pokemon, right? So steel would make sense here. So maybe grass and steel? You did your research, huh? As you'd expect from the name, it possesses impressive defenses. This may be a long fight. Fantastic. As if the last one went long. But my Scrafty should do well against the Tyranitar in terms of type matchups. And in any case, this Tyranitar needs our help, so we'll simply have to do it. Okay. I'm ready to handle it. Heal me up even though I, didn't need it. But thanks, Naveen, I guess. Tawny literally just healed me before, but sure. Actually, that is kind of weird how... I mean, I guess they wouldn't need to go through the extra effort of removing the animation, but, like, it is funny that, they heal you after the fight, and then the next person still heals you at the start. But it makes sense, because if you're doing it in any order you want, it's like, how would they know? I guess. I don't know. I just found that kind of funny. If that even made any sense. I bet you could handle this on your own if you had to, but you can count on Scrafty and me to help. Scrafty, I don't know why I just said Scrafty. Either way, let's do this. I'm hoping Charizard is going to be good for this, but I don't know. I mean, would Fire be good against Steel? I don't know if that's a matchup, or if Steel would be strong against Fire. I guess we'll find out, but I think I also just came in with the wrong Pokemon. I think I accidentally came in with Feraligatr, so my bad. Although, I guess it wasn't a bad thing, because this is effective. I wasn't expecting that. But hey, my boy Feraligator's taking the spotlight for this one, I guess. Not that I'm complaining. Bunch of liquidations, let's do it. Ooh, some more orbs already, I'll take that. Okay, somehow I'm dodging these attacks, don't know how this is happening. I'm not dodging that one, that's for sure. But it's done some Mega Revolution. Let's see how strong these attacks will really be. Pretty damn strong, I'll say that for sure. We are definitely going to be doing this one faster than the last one, I feel like. Just because we have more moves that are super effective in general, so we're doing more damage quicker, ironically, against the literal armor Pokemon. Puns aside, that wasn't even a pun, that was just a bad joke. Don't even know what I'm saying if I'm being honest. Still. Okay, these are going to be some hard to dodge attacks. I guess I have to bait it out with my trainer and then go in for the attack. That is an interesting combo. Let's just get as much damage as we can. Already halfway though. Goes to show we are definitely doing this one faster. Which is still hilarious given Naveen literally hyped this up as the armor Pokemon. It's saying it's going to take a while. Turns out he doesn't know what I just went through. Well, that is very bad. These are some insane attacks. Tanks? Yeah, he has a tank, but not tank enough. I'll just do a regular revive, I guess. I don't think I need to rush into a max revive right now, especially since I've only got one left, unfortunately. Don't know how that happened, I just wasted most of them, I guess. Don't die again already. What are these attacks? Oh man. No, I'm going to use this opportunity to just completely heal up. Like, just give me a straight up Hyper Potion right now. And now it's charging towards me as well, so this is not that great. Somehow didn't get damaged. Not that I'm complaining. But we have zero goddamn... Okay, it just has a permanent goddamn barrier of sand. How am I supposed to deal with that? Just ranged attacks? Do I even have a ranged attack? Bubble Beam, I guess. Don't know if it will help much though. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to just spam Bubble Beam here. Okay, never mind, the barrier's gone. But at the same time, I might be gone as well in a minute, if I don't start healing up. This is intense. But I believe in us. I actually didn't realise how close we actually were to winning. Let's do it. Mega Revolution. This might even be the cycle when we finish it off. That's a lot of damage, dude. One final hit! You're done. That was unironically way easier than the goddamn Dragonair. Or Dragonite, whatever the hell you want to call it. Mixing up evolutions right now. Either way, that's another stone added to our collection. I'll take it. A Tyranitarite. Tyranitarite. These are some mouthfuls of names, I'll say that for sure. All these wild Pokemon gathering in Lumiose, and all this rogue Mega Evolution. I'll be relieved when we can finally figure out the cause and put these mysteries to bed. I'll keep looking into it on my end as well. Thank you, Naveen. My absolute goat. Well, it's time for the final fight, guys. I'll see you guys there. Okay, guys, here we are. The final fight. Hold on, you lot. You don't want to mess with the Pokemon up ahead. It's shrouded in Mega Power or whatever, and it's ready to blow, so no one's getting in there. That's not what you said, but sure. Feels like I've seen you two before, though. It's Ryan, ain't it? And the other one. Well, trainers, as strong as you two, would be alright. Come on, then, follow me. Well, fantastic. Why are you guys even here? Goddamn Rust Syndicate. Interesting. Is Corbell here? For goodness sake. Which imbecile let 2 civilians walks in here when I specifically said block off the area? Mr. Phillip, hi. What are you doing here? We received word of a Pokemon behaving erratically. We cannot allow any Lumiose resident to be harmed, so we came to evaluate the situation. I thought that if need be, I could take care of the situation personally. Your intel was spot on. The erratic Pokemon you were warned about is at risk of undergoing rogue Mega Evolution, and we're here to calm it down. Fantastic. I see, so you're trying to keep Lumiose safe just like us. Problem is, I'm here on direct orders from the boss. He would hardly be pleased if I simply stepped aside for you, I'm sure you understand. Then what are we supposed to do? It's simple. If Ryan defeats my team, then I'll be unable to take... Okay, so you want me to fight you? Really? And we're just hopping right into it. Damn, okay. No warning, no preparations. You just straight up said no. I mean, sure, I guess. Hope you're healing my team after this, because this will make for some annoying backtracking if you don't. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Well, you're done, just off the rip. Level 63, don't mind if I do. Phantom Pulse. Should be able to just get through this with basic effective moves. Boom. You're almost done. I'm done. That is what's happening in this moment. No. Charizard is just as effective, if not more. Still have 2 more Pokemon though. Aggron. Am I super effective? No. That is a lot of damage. Okay. Don't know how I feel about that. I'll finish you off with goddamn Ampharos, I guess. Jesus. Skarmory. Let me guess, this is going to be a goddamn Mega Evolution? Yes, it is. Fantastic. Well, my 2 best Pokemon are dead, so great. Uh-oh. Me no like you that. I mean, we still have Camerupt, so maybe this will work. But that is a lot of damage. I didn't even get a chance to Mega Evolve. We might be dead, guys. Might have to start spamming some revives. But I'll certainly try my damn hardest. That barely did anything. Oh my god. We're screwed. We're dead. We're beyond dead. We're actually doomed. I've just got a revive, I guess. And you know what? I'm gonna just max revive. Just waste the last one. Didn't really want to do that, but sure. Might as well. You know what? I'll just try and confuse it. And it protected itself. Oh, that's my last straw right there. Let's finish this off. Probably a waste of a Mega Evolution, but who cares? Fire Blast. You're still alive. Now you're not. Get out of my way, boy. I need to fight this Pokemon. Save it from itself, I guess. Sorry. Ow. Just hit my headphones, I'm sorry. I see you've been honing your skills. Time for us to withdraw, you lot. We can leave things to Team MZ. You couldn't have just done that anyway. But I know you said, oh yeah, if I beat you in a duel or whatever, but like, why not just step out of the way and not tell him that you did that? Unless he's watching you right now. I can understand why the boss holds you in such high regard. When I first met the boss, I thought nobody could possibly surpass him. Yet now I find that the world may be bigger than I ever imagined. That's kind of funny coming from you, Philip. You're older than Cabal and the rest of us. Age matters little when it comes to greatness. In my childhood years, I was already formidable in physical strength and in my talent for battles. As such, I was able to keep the local ruffians under control and under my command. But I was still nothing but a young fool. I was strong, yes, but I didn't put food on the table. It was only thanks to Lysandre's support that I managed to survive those days. That wasn't the case for Mr. Cabal. He negotiated with Lysandre, convincing the man to give him seed money for his ventures. Mr. Cabal started up all sorts of businesses, security services, Pokémon couriers, carriers, I can't read. Even some things that perhaps weren't entirely above board. He was quite a little upstart, so me and my gang thought he needed a taught lesson. Yet Lung, what am I on about, guys? Can we get on with it? Can I fight this goddamn Pokemon now? He outdid us completely. Okay. In exchange for your silence, you literally just told me all that with your free will. A Waterstone. Okay, so that's how it's going to happen. And then maybe AZ gives her a stone. Because I don't know if she also gets a stone alongside me. Like, whenever we've been doing these battles, or if it's just me. But, I don't know. That's the first step, like I said. It was convenient that it was a Starmie. And it turns out I was right. It's just a matter of how she's going to get the stone at this point. Unless she already has it and I just forgot that she even got it. Guess we'll find out. Either way, let's finally do this. This might even be one of the last rogue Pokemon that we encounter. I don't know how much more we could possibly encounter at this point. If I use the stone Philip gave me, it'll be Starmie versus Starmie. Think I should do it? Sure. Right, yeah, okay. I'll evolve my partner. Then we've got to go calm that rogue Mega Starmie. Well, let's do it. Might as well. And thankfully, my Pokemon are healed. If that wasn't the case, that would have been an actual tragedy. What the hell was that? That's a goddamn... whatchamacallit. Dragonair. I could actually use that. I'm going to try and catch it. Doubt I'll be able to, but I can certainly try. I guess I'll just try with Great Ball first. I thought that was right in the back, but I guess not. Don't escape. Anyway, with that failure out of the way, let's take on this Starmie. I kind of forgot to prepare my Pokemon though, so let me change to Ampharos because I'm guessing this is water, would just make sense, so electricity makes sense. Now I'm ready. Before Starmie's Rogue Mega Evolution sets in, want me to heal your Pokemon? No, because it already just did it. But thanks for asking me, unlike the rest of them for some reason, who just did it automatically. Never mind, you was going to do it anyway. That's why you asked. Fantastic. Make sure you and Feraligatr stay safe, okay? I mean, he's not the one doing this battle, but I appreciate it. Don't know why you're concerned about me like that now, all of a sudden, but sure. I mean, I guess they've all been concerned about me this whole time because they're putting all the pressure on me, but like, you know, seems kind of out of nowhere compared to the rest of the time she said it. Guess we'll see how all that goes. Either way, I have seen this form. I don't know why it is literally just Starmie with legs. That's goddamn hilarious. I love this form. Again, I'm a big fan of the goofy mega forms, guys. I mean, the Feraligatr one is literally like my favourite one. Completely biased, but you know what I mean. So this is also just right up my alley. Just Starmie with massive legs. Really lazy, but you know what? I love it. Either way. Honestly getting confused by Leader Starmie at this point. I thought it was the Mega one spawning in little variants like some of the other fights have done. But turns out it's just her partner. So we're gonna have to keep that in mind. Either way. Now that we're Mega evolved, the real damage begins. Even though it's really not that much. I was hoping it would be a lot more. Take that. Didn't really do anything. My bad. Got to keep our distance. Go! It didn't matter. It just charged at me with full velocity. My bad. I didn't mean it. Okay, there we go. Give me all of these goddamn wolves. Need as many as I can get. Okay, it's dizzy again. We're actually seemingly doing that a lot this time around. Don't know what causes it to get dizzy. Maybe it's just damage, but I don't know, it feels like it's getting dizzy more often than usual. I should probably get the hell away. Ow! Oh my god. Well, I'll use that opportunity to heal up. And getting you back out. And try not to bleed out. I'm alive. We are at the halfway point. It's looking good. Okay, this thing's teleporting a lot. Sorry, now it's not the time to dance. You think it's angry? You don't say, leader. Never would have guessed that one. Oh god, escape. Out of the way. Oh my god, I don't even know how I just predicted that, I'm not gonna lie. I just saw glowing in. Second nature, instinctually rolled. Ow! This might be the most intense fight yet. Oh my god, I thought I actually just died. I need to get the hell out of here. Okay, the second I see glowing, I just need to roll. That is the strategy for this. Oh my god, that is so close every time. That actually puts a pit in my stomach. Ha! Oh my god, that is actually absurd. That is actually insane. Oh, what is this? You know what? I'm healing up. I don't trust this. I don't trust this one bit. And I'm mega evolving. Whoa, out of the way. Get away from me. Ha! Oh god. It did like a mega charge, what was that? Out of the way. Got this, guys. Let's do this. We're ending this episode off strong. Nab the mega power. I've been calling them mega oops this whole time, but it's mega power. My bad. I mean, they are oops in the form of mega power, so I guess it makes sense. I'm not entirely wrong. But you know what I mean. Just get as much damage in as we can. I dodged. Oh my god, it really did get faster. Ha! That is actually terrifying. What the hell, dude? That's why they gave it goddamn legs, so it could be a creepypasta character. Take that. I'm out of Mega Revolution, unfortunately. But we're so close, we should be able to finish the job, hopefully. With any luck. Oh god. I'm actually terrified, I don't know why. Starmie just has a goddamn aura of pure just threat. That made no sense whatsoever. Oh god. Ampharos is low. I'll just use the super potion. I think we'll be able to squeeze through without fully healing. Oh god. Okay, we've got Mega Revolution. Let me use it. Going in. It's stunned. Perfect timing. Oh, you're done. You're done. Peace out, my friend. That was a goddamn terrifying fight. I'll say that for sure. That running animation, how fast you had to dodge, that was by far the hardest one yet. Like, that was insane. Thanks for the heals. Good work, Ryan. That's another rogue Pokemon successfully calmed. Those battles really take it out of you, huh? Yeah, that one did. I will say that for sure. I know we got to stop. We got to help these poor Pokemon and stop their suffering, but geez, they don't let up with their super fierce attacks. And all that running around dodging leaves me absolutely starving. Do you think Lumiose's restaurants might have started all this as a plot to bring in customers? That would have been a wild plot twist. Nah, it cannot be. That would be wild. Okay. That was all of the ones that were reported. So back to the hotel, I guess. Okay. I wonder if there'll be one more set. because I feel like we're probably going to get rank A before the next set, so it's going to be interesting to see if there is one more set of rogue Pokemon, or if that was potentially it, and now our only goal is to get rank A. I guess we'll find out over time, but it feels like we are reaching the tail end of our journey, guys. It feels like we are very close. Also, my nose is really itchy. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to scratch it midway through the cutscene. We managed to save another bunch of Pokemon from Rogue and make it evolution. That indeed. As usual, it was largely thanks to your efforts. In fact, you really outdid yourself this time. I'm so glad we got you on Team MZ. Hey, AZ, can you ask you something?
Yes, what is it, my young friend?
You keep saying we need to find the strongest Mega Evolution user, but how do we determine that? Like, how do we know which trainer is the actual strongest?
That is up to Floette to decide.
How do you mean?
I mean that it will require the greatest of Mega Evolution users to handle Floette's true power.
Don't know why I lean in every time I do his accent. Don't know why Waluigi's voice just like makes me lean forward. I guess it gives me his posture, guys. I've really got to embrace the Waluigi within me to get the voice right or something, I don't know.
For the moment, let us simply be glad that you all continue to succeed in calming rogue Pokémon.
But do we know how Floette would even decide who's the strongest? Maybe it's got to be a Pokemon trainer that Floette thinks she could rely on. Well, that must be Ryan. Says who? Something tells me Tawny's a little jealous. But, like, it's fine. Grisham? Also, speaking of rank A, this is literally the next thing. Grisham. Huh. So it's finally time. You're closing in on rank A now, the very top of the ZA Royale. Just one question. Who the heck is Grisham? Does anyone know? Odd that they've made it to rank B but managed to keep their face secret. That is a good point, actually. Some folks prefer not to show their face in their profile photo. They want to keep their daily lives and their ZA Royale activities separate. It's just like some people with YouTube or just online in general, social media. Some people just do it face camless. I don't do that personally because, I don't know, I just feel like the face cam is like half of my humour at this point. But other people do that, and you know what, it's understandable. Online can be a weird and scary place sometimes, so you know what, if you want to separate your online and personal life, that's completely a-okay. I don't know why I went on that random side tangent, but sure. Some people register under... I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name, I'm not going to lie. Just nicknames, let's just say nicknames, because that's basically what she said as well. How are you supposed to find them to have your promotion match? You'll have to wait for them to find you, I guess? And risk things getting worse with Prism Tower? No way, we can't just sit back and wait. Vinny or Emma? Who would I want to ask for this? I mean, Emma's a detective, so she would probably have a better chance at finding the person, but Vinny, I feel like, might have more information on this as a whole. You know what? Let's ask Emma first. Why not? Yeah, she's our best bet. Let's head to the Looker Baru, Ryan, and try to find out more about this Grisham. Or Grisham. I'll just say Grisham, that sounds more like an actual name than Grisham. Making it sound like a goddamn ham sandwich. Looks like the competition to see who hits A rank has begun. Who joined the ZA Royale under a false name? There are some strange people out there.
The strongest Mega Evolution user. Another role I should have fulfilled and yet failed to.
Interesting. And he's coughing again. I mean, it makes sense, he's 3,000 years old or something. I mean, it makes sense that his body's starting to give up on him, but, you know. Either way, guys, we are not going to end the episode just yet. I feel like I want to at least do this little detective sequence, because I doubt it'll be too long, so I'll do this little sequence first, and then we'll end the episode when our goal is to actually, you know, battle this Grisham person. Either way. Hello there, what can I do for you today? If this is about your case, I've narrowed down a list of likely candidates by looking at people who came to Lumiose within the last few years. Thanks, Emma, but it's actually another missing person we're here for today. Another missing person? Alright, let's hear it. We need to find Ryan's opponent for his next promotion match. Do you have a name? Grisham. Grisham. I know the name. One of the top ranked trainers in the ZA Royale, or so I've heard. I can give you the information you need, but this knowledge could potentially put you in danger. Do you still want to know? It's for Lumiose's sake. I figured you'd say that. Okay, I know what to do. Okay. If you beat me in battle, I'll tell you what I know. Come on, let's head outside. Okay. Always gotta solve it with battle, right? Oh man, the Pokemon world is a weird place. But, sure, whatever. I'll fight you. One final time, I guess. You should know, Emma's really strong. Her detective work means she's too busy for the ZA Royale, but she'd be in the top ranks for sure. Well, unfortunately, I am right now, as well. So, bring it on, Emma. I'll be using Pokemon that were given to me by a man who played an important role in my life. Malamar, everyone, let's go. Okay, interesting little piece of dialogue there. Ampharos, so electric type. So I definitely came in with the wrong Pokemon here, but sure. I can just immediately swap to Camerupt. No big deal. Going right in. 5 Pokemon though. This is going to be a beefy fight. Hopefully this is all there is to it, and there's not 18 more phases to this mission. Like the last goddamn detective case. Either way, Charizard was level 60. Huge. I honestly did not expect this team to get this far. I thought I'd be replacing a whole bunch of Pokemon by now, but we've kind of just stuck with a pretty consistent team for the most part, and it's just worked out. So, I'm not complaining. Either way, this might be where Camerupt meets the end. I don't know what would be a good type for this. I guess we'll just go with random Pokemon and pray for the best. Quick attack. It's never enough. Quick attack is honestly pretty weak at this point compared to most of our other moves, but it makes sense given it's such a fast attack. Okay, Lucario. Actually don't know what would be effective here. Might try and paralyze. It is in fact paralysed. That's not exactly working out too well. Okay, Charizard is the key. Perfect. Out the way! Absolutely one-shot, my friend. Let's finish the job. I'm so glad I went for Charizard, or Charmander, I guess. Like, as much as I love Squirtle, I would actually say he is my favourite of the Kanto starters. Like, you guys saw how desperate I was to go for Squirtle, but it's like, even though I know you can catch them all later, obviously, in fact, I might want to just grind behind the scenes and go for, like, shiny versions of those Pokemon, like, you know, shiny Totodile, shiny Squirtle, all that stuff. And that's probably what I'm going to do once I beat the game and I'm playing it off camera. But, you know, even despite the fact that I really wanted to go for Squirtle back in the research lab all those episodes ago, I think I definitely made the right choice going for Charizard. Because all this time later, it's like, you know, with him being a Charizard now, and us getting the, you know, Mega Stone and all that stuff, I just think it was the right choice. You know, having just a solid, guaranteed fire type on our team. And not only that, but flying type as well. It's fire and flying, so it's a pretty damn solid Pokemon to have, and obviously Charizard is just iconic as well. I do love the whole Charmander line. But, you know, I would definitely still say Squirtle was my favourite of the 3, but even despite that, I think I definitely made the right choice, just because ultimately I knew I was never going to get rid of my starter. That's just a rule that I give myself. I can't do it. I don't know why. Even if I replace it with like a shiny version of said starter, like I might honestly do after the game, like I might try and get a shiny Totodile and then use that one. But in terms of, you know, what has happened here, I think I definitely made the right choice, just because, you know, with me knowing I was going to always use Totodile, it's like having that guaranteed fire starter was just definitely the right choice. And we can see how much Charizard has carried the team since the second we got him, especially since the second we upgraded him all the way up to a Charizard. It's like he has been an essential team member. He's been like the definitive, you know, fire type for us. I know we have Camerupt and we even had Talonflame a while ago, but I think Charizard has definitely been the most consistent for us. So I'm honestly really happy I went for him, even if I do prefer Squirtle a little bit. It's like, I think in the long run it was definitely the right choice to make, given I was going to keep, you know, Feraligatr this whole time. Barely managed to squeeze out that victory, but hey, we managed to do it. Is that all there is to it, or is there going to be more? I feel like there's going to be more, but we'll see. But yeah, sorry to go on that side tangent, guys. It's just, I really loved the Kanto starters. It was a really tough choice between all three of them, if I'm being honest. But given I know my starter Pokemon was a water type, and I knew I was going to keep him this whole time, I made the smart choice to go with a fire type that I knew I wanted to use as well. Because I knew that if I was going to use any fire type on this journey, it would probably be, you know, Charmander that I selected, since it's, you know, a more personal, special Pokemon, since, you know, it had me choose, just like a starter. So, if I were to pick Squirtle all this episode's goal, would I have really used him? Because would I have 2 water Pokemon on my team? Probably not. So, in terms of, like, the team, I think I definitely made the right choice, even if I do slightly prefer Squirtle, of course. But, you know what? I'll grind for a shiny Squirtle off camera behind the scenes, guys. It's fine. Either way, tell me, what do you know about Team Flare? They're the group that caused all that trouble for Kalos 5 years ago, right? Team Flare. Exactly right. Their groups was led by a man named Lysandre. Okay. Lysandre, eh? He disappeared 5 years ago, but now he's reappeared calling himself L. He's been spotted around town with a mysterious Pokemon. It seems suspicious, so I decided to investigate them. Not for a client, just for me. But everything I've uncovered tells me that L hasn't been doing anything sinister at all. Don't know why I just started on the letter S. In fact, he seems to be genuinely trying to help to save Lumiose, so it's not the old guard we got to worry about here, but rather the new. See, about 5 years ago, I had my own ties to someone who was involved in Team Flare. That's how I heard what I'm about to tell you. Before Team Flare collapsed, they started making moves to ensure they left a legacy. Apparently they tried a few different things, including making the expansion suit that I use. Another one of their efforts involved training up a new generation to carry on their ideals. Grisham was one of the young trainers that Team Flare taught, though it's not clear if Grisham is even a real name or not. And now it seems Grisham is taking part in the ZA Royale, but why? To what end? Could it be for Team Flare? There's no real saying for sure, not until I do some more digging at least. You know what? I bet Mabel at the Pokemon Research Lab could tell you more about Grisham. You mean Mabel knows Grisham? Or why would she know anything? Sorry, but that's not for me to say. It's up to Mabel to decide how much she wants to share. Thanks for the tip, Emma. I mean, it has been a hot minute since we met Mabel in person, so I guess this'll be cool. Okay, here we are, guys. That rat! That vile little man! I can't believe that, Mayor. It's not my fault we keep getting more wild zones. And it's not even like I can tell him off, not when he knows that I'm basically at his mercy. But that doesn't mean I should get worked into the ground. I'm acting director of this place. Okay, things are clearly not going well, I guess. Are you making progress on my research tasks? I want to know about Grisham. Grisham? Who could that be? Someone in the ZA Royale, or someone who's in Team Flare? Team Flare, I guess. Team Flare? Seems like you already know more about Gris than I would have thought. Gris. Fine. So I used to be a part of Team Flare. Okay. Tell me more. I don't really mind telling people if they're merely curious, but there are still people today who react badly if they even hear the words Team Flare, you know? So I don't exactly walk around advertising it, but I won't lie about it if I'm asked either. Interesting. Also, why am I just floating? When everything fell apart, I got taken into custody along with the others, but I took a plea deal. So I got made acting director of this lab. Easy to keep tabs on me if I'm always stuck here, right? My role in Team Flare also had me looking into Pokemon energy and all, so I don't hate the work. Sorry, didn't mean for the sub-story to spill out. You want to know about Grisham, huh? He was a part of the younger generation in Team Flare. Everyone calls him Gris. It means grey, like the colour of ashes. He was pretty strong when it came to Pokemon battles, not that he got much chance to show off that skill at the time. I honestly don't know what he might be thinking now joining ZA Royale, but if you've really got to know, you might want to try the cafe. Why would cafe? Know any bin about it? Any bin? Anything? You'll find out when you go, won't you? Sheesh, kid. Don't take all the mystery and fun out of life. You're about to walk into a pretty sticky situation, but I'll be there to help you when the time comes. And don't forget, I still want you to keep up the research work too. Sure. Okay. So, guess we're going to the goddamn truck. Okay, guys, here we are. Let's see what they have to say. Okay, you want me to talk to this guy specifically? Let's see. The only good thing we've got to offer is our location. You here for another nasty drink? If you'd like to order something, please speak to the young lady there. I'd like to order a meeting with Grisham, baby. Well, isn't this entertaining? Looks like you managed to find out your next opponent. Or find your next opponent. Wait, are you Grisham? You was under our nose the whole time! Yes, you found me. Grisham, at your service. I've got my own goals to achieve. Goals that have brought me to the ZA Royale. Which is why I cannot let you defeat me. I suppose this still makes little sense to you, however. Shall I explain the whole thing? Grisham, you know this kid is with AZ. There's no point even trying to explain it all to someone on AZ's side. This is Grissel. So Grisham and Grissel, one of my comrades in Team Flare. I mean, it was kind of weird how you two look pretty much the same in terms of like hair colour and everything. I always had a feeling that you were somewhat related. So it seems like you're partners. Partners in crime, maybe. Let's just take this kid down right here, right now, while we've got the chance. Grissel, please do calm yourself. I still don't know how to pronounce that name, guys. I'm not going to try it. Let's just call it the cafe. The cafe is here to offer comfort to the masses. It's no place to start a commotion. Fine, I sent you a location. If you care at all about knowing the truth, go there and wait. We'll close up shop, then head over. If you'd be so kind, please check your map and find your own way. We'll meet you there. Interesting. Okay. I honestly don't know when to end this episode, guys. It's kind of like a weird middle ground plot point at this point. It's like, I thought it was going to be as simple as just do this little detective work, find Grisham, and then, you know, end the episode. Maybe the next episode will be getting rank A, and then we'll be done with the game. Like, I thought it was going to be a rather simple process, but no, there's like layers to this. I mean, I guess we've come this far, we might as well just do it in this episode, right? Might as well. I mean, the whole episode was literally just a Mega Evolved Pokemon, so we might as well have a little bit of extra content in here. Either way. A random shut down coffee store, eh? There they are. Look at you, waiting like a good little boy. Excuse me? I imagine you might be asking yourself why we would want to meet each other at such a spot. This is Lysandre Cafe! So is this L's Cafe then? Or well, used to be. It was a very important place for anyone in Team Flare, though now it's an empty storefront. No one has any desire to rent a location so closely associated with such a disreputable group. I can't read. Or reputable. Disreputable. Guys, I'm sorry. And since no one wants it, we've taken the liberty of continuing to use it as a base for Team Flare. Or, more rightly, for Team Flare Nouveau? Nouveau? I'm just going to say Nouveau, guys, just so I can at least say a name. But I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, guys. I know I've been mispronouncing half the things in this game at this point, because, like, I'm stupid. But, either way, Nouveau, we'll just say that. You know about Team Flare, do you? Of course. I think I know enough about it. What could an outsider like you know about what Team Flare really was? Grissel. Grisham, this kid is our enemy. He's nothing but an obstacle to all the goals we hope to achieve for Team Flare Nouveau. There's no point in trying to explain everything to someone like this. Let's just get rid of him. The world has not been kind or forgiving toward those of us who were a part of Team Blair. I'm afraid it's all too understandable. Sad though it is that some harden their hearts in response, like Grisham here has done. My apologies. I'm afraid there's simply no stopping Grisham once she's set a course of action. Though it will mean revealing your battle tactics to me before a promotion match, I must ask, please, won't you grant Grisham the battle she desires? Do I have a choice? Probably not. I do not. Fantastic. Well, I guess we'll do it here. Might as well, guys. Fight me. Okay, Jesus Christ. Aren't you just ready to get into it? Oh, here we go. I'm going to burn you to the ground. There won't be enough of you left to fight in the ZA Royale. I am a child, and I do not appreciate this tone of voice that you're using on me right now. Sorry. At least you have a banger theme song. Okay, fire types. I think I'm literally perfectly prepared for this. So, sucks to be you. Nice damage, bud. Let me show you some real damage. Bye-bye! Okay, this might be a little tougher. Never mind. I'm just simply too strong. Ow! I wasn't expecting you to pull that out on me. I'm sorry, I won't get cocky. Let me pull out some healing before I continue. Jesus Christ. You're going to pay for that. Oh, protected? No way. Okay, that. Okay, Bubble Beam literally one-shot them. That is a first. Metagross. I'm not doing that much damage, if I'm being honest. But I should be able to squeeze through. Maybe. If I'm lucky. I'm not lucky. Oh. Unfortunate. But we're going right into another character, which is immediately super effective again. Don't know why I call them characters. I mean, they are characters, but you know what I mean. Either way, I'll take that level up. Let me guess, Mega Revolution? Maybe not. But I'll still use the Hyper Potion. Although I probably should have... Okay, maybe yes! Where the hell's your Mega Stone? Oh, you have a ring on. Well, fantastic. I probably should have revived Alligator in that case. Oh no. Well, I probably should have revived Alligator in that case. My bad. I can't even use items right now. Oh god. I think I might just have to wing it. Use random items until I can. Charizard is gone. Oh god, I still can't use items. This is not good. I don't know why I can't use items, but sure. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to Mega Evolve. Ampharos. Probably a bad idea, but screw it. I've got a super effective move, and that's the main thing that matters. Let's make it count. Okay, that did way more damage than I thought it was going to. I underestimated you. Okay, but we still died. I should be able to finish this off. With any luck. There we go. Okay. That was a sloppy fight, but we still got past it. This is ridiculous. I'm sure it is. Now tell me what you know. Even though you kind of did, but you know what I mean. I lost. My Pokemon lost. That was well fought. I expected nothing less from Team MZ's new ace, the one who seeks to save Lumiose City. Just brings out the coffee. Jesus Christ. I don't know why I just said it like that. Voila, one ember roast, our signature drink at Nouveau Cafe. I think I already just forgot how I was pronouncing it. Oh, well, you healed me up. I was about to say, like, you're about to, like, poison me or something. But no, you actually just snapped out with it, I guess. That should have perked up the Pokemon who backed for us as well. Well, thanks for that. Either way. Okay, the true history. Oh, let's go. I wasn't expecting you to actually explain it. Okay. Interesting. Enter the abandoned cafe. Will do. The fiery red of Lizandre's burning passion. Passion? What am I? What? Guys, I am so sorry. I don't know what is going on recently. I am like getting worse at English with every Let's Play that passes on the channel, and I genuinely don't know what's going on. I'm so sorry. You can tell I just don't speak a lot outside of my videos, because apparently I don't know how to read. That is what fills this Lisandre Cafe. And here in this place, I don't trust that music one bit. And here in this place, I'd like to explain to you why I chose to battle in the ZA Royale. Shall we begin with Team Flare? Sure. You see, the group known as Team Flare provided a place for people to come together and help one another, all to achieve a more beautiful world. However, our leader, a man named Lysandre, grew disillusioned with humanity over time. Fearing what the future might bring, he set his sights on a new goal of his own, to reduce the number of people in the world? So straight up murder. Okay, cool. In the end, Lysandre made a truly foolish choice. He chose to use the ultimate weapon. Do you know about the ultimate weapon, which nearly burned the Kalos region off the map? So I'm guessing this is like the deep XY lore that I don't know about. That I probably would have learned if I played the actual original game, because obviously this takes place like slightly after, or 5 years probably. But like, AZ's creation? So is this the big crime that he committed? Is this like the sin? It was his weapon? Why am I smiling through this? You may only see AZ as the kindly figure who has provided you with a place to call home, but if he had never built something so horrifying as that ultimate weapon, then Lysandre would have never been driven to such madness, and we in Team Flare wouldn't have become society's outcasts. And now it appears AZ is out to save Lumiose, relying on the support of your Team MZ. Honestly, it's laughable. My apologies, I imagine you don't know how to respond to such an unexpected outpouring, and of course you might not even believe a word that I've said. That is why I invite you, Ryan, to witness the truth yourself. How's that? You'll see. Open sesame. Okay, Patrick, calm down. I mean, it literally worked. Beyond that door lies the former Lysandre Labs. It was a facility used for research in the days where Team Flare was still active, and it was down there that we learned AZ's secrets for ourselves. That is where we learned of the terrible weapon that AZ created. You must see the truth with your own eyes if you are to fully understand how awful it is. Interesting. I mean, I'm glad they're explaining this as someone that hasn't played X and Y. I'm guessing this is probably for those people that, like, don't know the original story. Still, though, interesting stuff. Lysandre Labs was designed to be a labyrinth. I don't think that's what you just said, but sure. And of course, plenty of wild Pokemon have taken over the place since it was abandoned. You might be done in before you ever get to see the truth for yourself. Okay, so I'm going to have to catch Pokemon as well. Interesting. I mean, we've come this far, guys. I might as well just do all of this in this episode. I feel like I can't just leave it on a cliffhanger like this. Although, if this is a maze area, then I might. It depends how big this place is. We might have to leave it for the next episode. Oh, hi, Mabel. I figured enough time had passed for you to have gotten yourself in some trouble. Let me guess, you're down in Lysandre Labs? How the hell did you know that? If so, there should be an elevator right in front of you. See it? You'll need to find an elevator key. There should be one lying around there somewhere. I mean, I could have gathered that one, but thanks. So search. Okay, that is a big area. Yep, this is where we're ending this episode, guys. Jesus Christ. What do you mean I have to go through this whole maze? And you've got different colours to it and everything. And there's going to be Pokemon in here as well, so I'm guessing we're going to have to do some kind of battles as well. Maybe even catch some Pokemon. You have these weird teleport things, potentially. Yeah, we are definitely ending this episode here, guys. I'm sorry. I know this is a annoying cliffhanger to end things off on, but like, oh man, this is like an hour and 36 already in terms of the recording, and I don't know how much I'm going to edit out, so if I do this whole area, this might be a 3-hour episode, so I definitely cannot do that, guys. We are definitely going to have to save this for the next episode. I do apologise, I know it's annoying, but like, wow, this seems like this is going to be a way bigger plot point than I realised. But yeah, man, we have learnt a lot of interesting stuff in this episode. AZ was the creator of that weird as hell weapon that might have straight up just murdered people. Yeah, that's quite the plot point to just drop on us, but I did have a weird feeling about AZ. I knew he wasn't just all sunshines and rainbows like meets the eye. I knew there was more to him, and it seems like we finally figured out what it was. I wonder if maybe AZ will be the final fight. That would be a hell of a plot point, just plot twist, whatever the hell you want to call it. But I guess we'll have to wait and see how it all goes. But for now, guys, thank you dudes for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And as always, peace out.